Hiding the bag, Dawn crept through the blinds, painting warm stripes of light on the floor.
Lily nhớ là Lily không chịu ăn luôn á.
Rồi, hư ha. Để hư hả?
In the quiet, a big plan was in motion. Lily, on her tiny bare feet, was tiptoeing. She was using all her might to drag her dad's heavy work briefcase. Her little face was red with effort, but her eyes shone with a mischievous determination. She hid the bag in the most secret place in the house. Mission complete, Lily returned to the bedroom, quietly climbed into bed, and snuggled up to her dad. Daddy, wake up! Her voice was bright and clear.
Ủa, cái gì Ly? Trời ơi, dậy sớm
Her
hả?
dad stirred, opened his eyes, and smiled at his little girl. Good morning, princess.
Sớm thế. Chà. Sướng thế nhỉ? Này, ôm chặt nào. Gì? Gì vậy Ly? Nè, ôm chặt lại nha.
The two of them made the bed together. Every small action was filled with gentleness.
Đây Ly.
Dad showed Lily, his voice still sleepy but incredibly patient.
Cầm cái này nè.
That's right. Pull that corner of the blanket over here.
Rồi, kéo qua đây.
Lily followed along,
Kéo qua đây. Nè.
her little hands clumsy but full of pride as she finished her tasks.
Nè. Ôm chặt lại nha. Cắt đi nha. Đây nữa. Đúng rồi. Này, kéo qua đây nè. Đây, kéo đây, cắt đây. Kéo qua đây. Đó, đúng rồi. Rồi, cắt đi nha. Này. Bỏ lên kia đi. Đây. Đây, đây bà chị đó. Phá nữa. Bỏ lên kia đi con.
And then,
Rồi.
now we pat the pillows to make them fluffy. Put them up there, sweetie.
Đây nha. Rồi, đi thôi. Đi nào.
After the room was tidy, it was time to get washed. Dad swooped Lily up and carried her to the bathroom.
Bay làm nhé, thấy chưa? Nào. Đây là đi vào đây con.
He patiently guided his daughter.
Đây, đây.
Okay, let's brush the inside teeth first.
Đúng rồi.
Now this side.
Đánh
That's
cái hàm, đánh cái hàm nữa con, đánh cái
Bite
hàm,
down
đánh cái
gently
hàm.
on the brush so it cleans your teeth.
Đúng rồi, bên này.
Lily obeyed,
Này.
toothpaste foam getting on her nose, making her dad chuckle.
Đúng rồi đấy, cắn vậy cho nó sạch cái răng nhá. Được rồi, xuống miệng đi. Rồi, đi này.
When Lily showed off her sparkling white teeth, Dad announced, just like any other day, Okay, time for Dad to get ready for work. Dad turned to grab his familiar briefcase.
Lily có thấy túi bao không? Ừ?
But
Không thấy
where
à?
was it? He looked around the room under the bed.
Oh my gosh!
Ủa?
He turned to the only suspect, who was standing silently, watching him with wide eyes.
Ừ?
Hey, Lily, have you seen my bag? Lily, of course, just tilted her head and kept perfectly silent.
Sao ba hay quên thế à?
Finally, he sighed. Oh, well, it must be around here somewhere. Let's go make some breakfast. Okay? I'll look for it later.
Đi đâu ăn ha? Này nấu gì ăn nhé. Nấu gì ăn nhé. Đi ra tủ nấu gì ăn nhé.
As soon as they walked over to Lily's little toy kitchen, the culprit was revealed.
Cái gì đi? Ừ? Gì đây? Trời ơi, sao túi ba nằm ở đây? Hả? Mua ở đây làm gì? Ừ?
Dad's serious leather briefcase was sitting comically next to the plastic toys.
Đi. Sao?
What's this,
hả?
Lily?
Ừ?
Dad laughed. Oh my goodness, why's my bag here?
À, không sao đâu ha. Thôi thôi ha.
Her dad looked at his little girl, hugging him tightly, and his heart melted.
Ừ? Hả? Sao? Ôm chặt chứ hả?
All right, Dad laughed, ruffling her hair. Dad will stay home with Lily today, okay? As if waiting for those exact words, she let out a happy little cheer and scampered off, grabbing the bag to return to her dad, like a treaty had been signed.
À, cà rốt ha. Đây. Hãy làm bí cho Ly nhé.
With Dad officially on leave, the morning shifted to their favorite activity, cooking.
Đây ha, rồi đóng tủ lại con, đóng tủ lại, đóng tủ lại. Đóng tủ đi, đóng tủ. Rồi đi đây. Ngồi đi. Ngồi đi.
Lily was the perfect little chef.
Bỏ kia đi.
She carefully helped her dad put carrots and then pumpkin into a bowl.
Cái này bỏ đây ha. Đó, con ngồi ngoan đi, ngồi ngoan đi ha. Vào đây này. Đúng rồi, vào đây coi. Bỏ hết rồi luôn. Bỏ hết cái này rồi ha. Đấy, bỏ hết rồi đi. Đúng rồi, hết rồi luôn. Hết rồi luôn. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây là củ cải đường nhé. Rồi con bỏ cái kia đi.
Not spilling a single bit.
Đúng rồi.
Beets were added too, preparing for a brilliantly colorful soup.
Rồi con bỏ đi con, bỏ đây đi. Bỏ đi con. Đây nữa. Đúng rồi, giờ đó. Tưởng miếng không? Tưởng miếng không? Ở đây này. Tí nữa hấp lên cho ngon nhé. Còn cái này sao? Không muốn sao đây? Ba làm món gì cho Ly ha? Ba đổ lên Mỹ cho Ly nhé. Nhé. Sao? Sao? À, rồi ngồi bỏ chân xuống này, con bỏ chân xuống này. Rồi, bỏ chân xuống. Rồi. Rồi tí nhé. Đấy thìa nha, múc nha. Để con làm bí cho Ly ha. Được không? Đây. Đây. Này, con bỏ vào đây này. Bỏ vào đây này. Đúng rồi, nữa đi con.
When Dad finished prepping the pumpkin, Lily took a small spoon and carefully scooped every golden piece into a big bowl.
Bỏ, lấy đi. Đó. À, bây giờ làm cái nắp bỏ lên đây ha. Đậy lên nha, nó đẹp nha. Thôi. Để đi ba chân nấu chín cho Ly ăn ha. Tay nào, bỏ tay nào. Rồi. Để đây nha. À. Rồi, đây này ra nhé. Đây này, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Con đậy nắp cho ba nè. Đậy đây. Đây. Cái này đầy này nha, được chưa? Đó. Rồi qua bên này, này đứng đây, sát vào đây nha.
After everything was prepped, they put the lid on the pot together.
Đẩy đi.
While waiting for the food to cook, Dad handed Lily a small cloth,
Lau đi,
and the little chef got busy wiping the table, chattering away.
lau đi con.
That's it. Good job. So clean.
Để cho ăn nào. Cảm ơn Ly.
The getting ready for work morning, which had been so stressful, had turned into the coziest morning imaginable. For Lily, there was nothing better than a whole day with her dad at home.
Đây là. Ủa sao?
One morning, Lily woke up with her tummy rumbling.
Ủa sao vậy?
But oh dear, when the door opened, Lily was shocked. The milk was all gone.
Đói bụng không? Có đói bụng không? Vào đây nè.
Seeing Lily looking sad next to the empty fridge, Dad had an idea.
Ta đang bận nhà tí nhá. Tôi đi mua giúp ba nhé, được không? Nhé. Đâu rồi nhỉ? Chết rồi, tiền bên này đâu rồi? À đây. Này cho Ly này, đi mua nhé, được không? Cho Ly lấy túi đi.
Dad's a little busy right now. Can you help Dad and go buy some milk?
Ui giời này, để tôi bỏ cho.
Lily, wearing her neat little outfit, quickly put on her cute hat and slung the bag over her shoulder. She looked just like a big girl, ready for her mission.
Thấy chưa? Rồi, mũ lên mũ đi đi con. Mũ đây. Rồi, đi đi.
She sweetly said goodbye to her dad and scampered out the door, starting her first big adventure. Outside, Lily walked eagerly. But the road seemed a bit long, and the sun might have made her a little tired. After a short walk, Lily found a shady spot by the roadside and decided to sit down for a rest. She innocently watched the cars go by, enjoying the cool breeze. It was so peaceful. The gentle wind. And soon, Lily's eyes started to feel heavy. She had fallen asleep without even realizing it, forgetting all about her important mission, drifting into a daydream by the side of the road. Back home, Dad waited and waited, but his daughter didn't come back. He started to get worried. Oh no, where did she go? He thought, anxiously getting on his motorbike to look for her. And there she was. Dad found Lily sitting alone by the roadside, still looking a little sleepy, as if she had just woken up,
Làm gì đây?
seemingly having
Đi mua đồ
forgotten
à?
she was supposed to be
Đi mua đồ
buying
nào?
milk.
Quay lại bà bảo nào. Thôi lên đây nào, lên đây, lên đây, lên đây đứng nào. Ui giời. Thôi đi bà chở đi nhá. Làm bà đi tìm ha. Thế lâu về quá phải đi tìm đấy.
The milk mission was
Vẫn còn tiền
officially
thì may
a
quá nhỉ.
failure.
Cầm đi con. Ngoan nhá. Đang đứng đây, để đây đây. Đó,
The
để
two
đây.
of them got on the motorbike and
Rồi,
rode
chạy
back
nha.
home together. Instead of milk, Dad decided to make Lily some fresh orange juice.
Làm candy ăn nhá, đúng không? Rồi, vào phương thế đi. Đây. Con bỏ mũ đây, bỏ mũ xuống. Bỏ túi xuống luôn. Đúng rồi, bỏ đây. Đúng rồi. Tôi đi này, đi này. Đi này. Anh ngồi đi con. Ăn tới, ăn tới.
When they got home, Dad got the oranges and a manual juicer.
Thấy không? Cắt nha.
Lily, forgetting all her tiredness, seemed even more excited than Dad.
Con xem thử nha. Đó.
When Dad cut the orange halves and handed them to her, Lily grabbed them, using all her strength to press and twist them on the juicer.
Đúng rồi. Để cái chặt nhá. Cho nó ra nước ha.
Even though she was a little clumsy, she was very focused, trying to twist hard to get out as much juice as possible.
Đúng rồi đấy con. Đấy. Đấy này. Đó, đúng rồi. Kéo. Đấy này. Đúng rồi. Kéo về. Kéo. Không phải. Kéo về. Đấy này. Kéo về này. Đúng rồi. Giỏi lắm. Này. Đó, tiếp đi. Tiếp thử nè. Đúng rồi. Đẩy đi. Đúng rồi. Mình xoay vòng tròn nhá. Mình xoay vòng tròn nhá. Để mũi cao nó bị bể ra nhá. Ôi chà, nhiều nước quá Ly ơi. Kìa, nước nhiều quá kìa. Đúng rồi Ly. Đấy, bắt thêm lần nữa đi nào. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đúng rồi Ly. Hay quá nhỉ. Ly giỏi quá. Đúng rồi, nữa đi con. Bắt mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, hay quá. Ly giỏi quá. Hay quá Ly ơi. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Hay quá Ly ơi. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Hay quá. Trời ơi, Ly giỏi quá nhỉ. Đấy. Tí nữa một ly đầy cho Ly nhá. Ly giỏi quá. Nữa đi. Nữa đi. Đúng rồi, nữa đi. Hay quá. Đúng rồi Ly. Giỏi quá Ly. Tốt quá Ly. Ôi chà, nhiều nước quá Ly ơi. Kìa, nước nhiều quá kìa. Đúng rồi Ly. Đấy, bắt thêm lần nữa đi nào. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đúng rồi Ly. Hay quá nhỉ. Ly giỏi quá. Đúng rồi, nữa đi con. Bắt mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, hay quá. Ly giỏi quá. Hay quá Ly ơi. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Ôi chà, nhiều nước quá Ly ơi. Kìa, nước nhiều quá kìa. Đúng rồi Ly. Đấy, bắt thêm lần nữa đi nào. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đúng rồi Ly. Hay quá nhỉ. Ly giỏi quá. Đúng rồi, nữa đi con. Bắt mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, hay quá. Ly giỏi quá. Hay quá Ly ơi. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Tốt lắm. Đúng rồi. Hết chưa? Hết chưa? Hết chưa? Hết chưa? Hết bỏ đây con. Hết bỏ đây. Rồi.
Every time she finished a piece, Lily was very good, picking up the squeezed peel herself and putting it neatly on a plate nearby to help her dad.
Đây, thêm vào này ha. Ăn nó nhiều nước nhỉ. Đấy, nước dài thấy chưa? Này, con để tay đây. Rồi, để tay đây đi. Để tay ấn này. Đúng rồi, ấn này. Đó, đúng nước kìa. Nước kìa. Đấy, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, đây này. Đây này. Đấy, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, đẩy nhá. Đây này, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi đấy, đúng rồi. Kéo vậy. Đúng rồi. Đấy. Đẩy đi. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Đứng lên con, đứng lên. Đúng rồi. Rồi, đẩy đi. Đẩy đi, đẩy đi, đẩy đi. Đúng rồi, đẩy đi. Ôi chà, nhiều nước quá Ly ơi. Kìa, nước nhiều quá kìa. Đúng rồi Ly. Đấy, bắt thêm lần nữa đi nào. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đúng rồi Ly. Hay quá nhỉ. Ly giỏi quá. Đúng rồi, nữa đi con. Bắt mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, mạnh lên. Đúng rồi, hay quá. Ly giỏi quá. Hay quá Ly ơi. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi Ly. Đúng rồi. Ngoan nha. Đi bỏ này vào kia cho ba cái. Đúng rồi. Đây. Đây nữa coi. Này vừa ăn vừa uống thì ngon lắm đi nhá. Bỏ đi coi. Đây nữa này. Đây nữa coi. Đây nữa. Rồi chờ ba tí. Đây bỏ đây. Đúng rồi. Tốt quá. Đây ha.
And finally, the result. A glass of bright yellow, fresh orange juice. Lily proudly held the glass she had helped make and took a delicious sip. Watching her drink so happily, maybe this homemade orange juice was even better than milk. The afternoon sun began to paint the winding village road yellow. Little Lily, just out of school with her small backpack, was happily walking home. The village road was peaceful today. With only the sound of the wind rustling through the green trees. Lily was busy watching the clouds float by when she suddenly stopped. Right in front of her, nestled by the roadside, was a big, round, shiny green watermelon. A watermelon! Here, on the familiar road she walked every day? 1, 2, 3, roll! She cheered herself on. Using all her strength, Lily started to roll the watermelon. It seemed to work well. The watermelon rolled ahead, and Lily trotted along right behind it.
Bây giờ đi học về em chưa thấy à?
But the biggest challenge was waiting up ahead, a pretty steep hill. Getting her new round friend down the hill safely was a tough problem. However, after just a few seconds of thinking, Lily came up with her own solution. She took a deep breath and used all her might to give the watermelon a big push, letting it roll down the hill first. Immediately, Lily ran as fast as she could right after it. Phew! In the end, both Lily and the watermelon landed safely at the bottom of the hill. And so Lily continued her journey. The watermelon was quite heavy, so every time she rolled it for a little while, she would stop to rest and wipe the sweat from her forehead. Finally, with amazing persistence, Lily managed to heave and roll the giant watermelon all the way to her front yard.
Ở đâu đây? Ở dưới này đâu đây?
When Dad came out, the look
Hả?
on his face was one of
Trời
total
ơi,
surprise.
Con ăn về hả?
Looking
đây?
at his daughter,
Ừ.
covered in
Cái này
sweat,
còn dư nhiều ha.
and the huge prize next to
Dư
her,
đi hả?
Dad just
Ừ.
laughed. He understood
Con làm hết đi
immediately
nhé.
how hard she had worked to roll it all the way home. Dad shook his head, smiling, then bent down and proudly lifted the watermelon. Lily walked happily beside him, trotting into the house.
Bỏ mũ xuống. Đó, đi vào lấy cặp này nè. Con bỏ cặp xuống đi.
Once inside, Dad gently helped Lily take off her hat and her small backpack, placing them neatly in a corner.
Đây, dưa của con đây.
The heavy watermelon was placed on the kitchen counter.
Nha. Đây, bỏ đây ha. Rồi.
The sound of the knife came down
Vị
decisively.
trí này này.
The watermelon was cut open, revealing the bright red, juicy center, a sign of a wonderful, refreshing treat.
Tay nào, ngồi nào. Rồi nó bỏ kia đi. Đúng rồi. Bỏ đi con. Bỏ đi con. Giỏi lắm. Ui trời ơi. Đây nữa này. Đây nữa con. Đây nữa. Đây nữa con. Giỏi quá. Này bỏ đây ha. Bỏ kia đi con. Đấy. Bỏ đây ha.
Dad began to carefully cut the watermelon into small pieces.
Bỏ cái đi.
Lily sat obediently right next to him, excitedly picking up the cut pieces
Đây nữa.
and carefully putting them into a large bowl.
Đây nữa. Đấy. Đây nữa. Đây con.
Lily's tiny hands worked nonstop, very carefully and attentively.
Rồi, đây nữa. Đây con. Nó bỏ kia ra, nó bỏ kia. Đây, ăn đi con, ăn đi. Đây. Đây.
Seeing his daughter working so hard, Dad smiled, occasionally giving her a gentle, encouraging nod.
Nào, đưa tay vào lòng tay Ly nào.
After the bowl was full of watermelon, he gently used a towel to wipe the sticky juice from her little hands.
Đúng rồi, Ly nào. Rồi.
The two of them moved to the blender.
Đi qua đây nào. Ồ, đúng rồi, đây, đúng làm đúng không?
Dad got a
Đây,
small
đây, đây.
stool for
Rồi.
Lily to stand on so
Lấy
she
bỏ
could
đây đi.
reach.
Giỏi, nữa đi con.
Following
Đúng
Dad's
rồi.
instructions, Lily got back to work, grabbing handfuls of watermelon from the
đúng rồi
bowl
đấy.
and putting them into the blender.
Nữa nào, nữa nào.
She was so enthusiastic.
Ồ. Bỏ đây.
When it was almost full, Dad looked around for the lid. Right away, Lily spotted it and handed it to him. Dad put the lid on and signaled for Lily to help hold the blender steady.
Wow.
In just a moment, the first batch
Thêm
was
tí
done.
này. Nữa đã ha. Nè, bỏ vô đi con.
Dad turned it off,
Nữa
opened the
con.
lid, and Lily continued to add more watermelon.
Tiếp. Đúng rồi đấy. Nữa đi con. Nữa đi. Rồi. Thôi ha. Rồi ha. Đây rồi.
They repeated the process.
Rồi.
Dad put
Cầm
the
lại.
lid on,
Đúng
and
rồi,
Lily
cầm đây
held
ha.
the machine tightly.
Rồi.
Finally, the whole blender was filled with an appealing bright red juice.
Rồi. Nè. Cầm lấy đấy, cầm lấy. cầm lấy cái này, cầm đây. Rồi, đúng rồi.
Dad carefully poured the sweet result into a glass mug with a handle.
Wow. Đã. Rồi, để vào lấy cho ông nha. Đây cho bạn nào.
He paused for a moment, went to get a straw, and put it in the glass.
Rồi, đi nào. Cho ông xem. Được không? Ừ. Rồi, cho bạn tí nào. Đưa cho bạn nào. Đúng rồi. Đây, vào đây.
Then he lovingly handed it to Lily. Lily happily took the glass of juice,
Đúng rồi.
a well-deserved reward for her long afternoon of hard work. She sat at the table and began to enjoy it. She took a long, delicious sip, the cool, sweet flavor filling her mouth. She must have been very thirsty. Lily nodded, continuing to drink until the whole glass was empty. Early one beautiful morning, as the first rays of sunlight peeked into the little room, Lily the little monkey woke up. Lily was up first, sitting obediently, and waiting until Dad woke up right after her.
Charlie, đói bụng hả? Hai con đi mua gì ăn nhé, được chưa?
To start the day,
Hãy đi mua gì
Dad
để ba nấu cho
gently
Ly ăn
asked
nhé.
if she wanted
Được không?
anything to
Được
eat
không?
and suggested she go
Cần
buy
đi mua
some
gì
food
để
for
ba nấu cho Ly ăn
breakfast.
nhé, được không?
He handed Lily a bill and liked the sensible little girl she is. Lily took the money and quickly got ready to go. Lily climbed into her familiar toy car. Her hands were small, but she steered expertly as she drove out of the yard. The car rolled smoothly along the peaceful village road. Arriving at a roadside stall, Lily hit the brakes.
Hello?
She rolled her big round eyes over the vegetables. And finally chose a round, plump pumpkin. However, since the pumpkin was quite heavy for her small size, Lily was very quick-witted and asked the seller to help lift it onto her car. When she finished her mission, Lily happily drove back home.
Ủa, Lily, về rồi hả?
Hearing the car, Dad ran out to meet her. He praising her for being so capable and independent in driving to the market
Thôi
alone.
đi nào.
Dad checked the result, a fresh pumpkin, and told Lily to rest while he steamed it.
Đến đây, con ngồi đây. Bỏ cái mũ xuống nào. Trời ơi, vất vả quá ha. Biết lái xe đi rồi đấy, giỏi quá rồi. Chào bạn đi, chào bạn đi.
But Lily didn't just sit there.
Rồi, chờ bà tí nha. Nó bỏ đây nhé.
While Dad prepped the pumpkin, she eagerly joined in the kitchen work.
Ngon quá ha. Tiếp tục luôn nhỉ. Này bỏ rác ha. Ăn hạt luôn hả? Này cái bỏ kia đi con. Đây nữa.
She helped Dad pick up leftover peels.
Đây nữa. Rồi. Đấy. Rồi, ngồi đó. Áp luôn cho cái này cho Ly nhá. Rồi Ly bỏ đây đi. Bỏ đây này.
And carefully put the golden pumpkin slices into the pot.
Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Cho hạt cho Ly nhá. Rồi. Đây Ly. Đây nè. Đây nữa. Đây. Rồi. Rồi vào đây nè. Đây buông lại cho ba Ly.
When Dad put the pot on the stove, Lily even smartly put the lid on tight so the food would cook faster.
Chờ một xíu nha. Thấy chưa? Cất để đi nha. Đây ha, tí rồi mang ha. Con ngồi đây. Còn lau này đi cho Ly ăn nhé. Thấy chưa?
While waiting, Dad took the time to wipe her face and care for his little daughter.
Sạch nước nha. Cho khô nha.
A few minutes later.
Soon, a delicious smell filled the air, and the hot steamed pumpkin was ready.
Ui chà, ngon quá.
Dad brought the plate out, carefully blowing on each piece to cool it down before gently feeding Lily.
Một ít thôi nhé, chứ nhiều quá ha. Rồi, được đây. Ngồi đấy đi. Được. Đây, nguội đấy. Ngon không? Chưa cha, đã quá ha.
The sweet and soft pumpkin made Lily eat with gusto.
Đây, bỏ đây ha.
Dad fed her while chatting softly, praising how great the pumpkin was today.
Đấy ngon lắm con, đúng rồi đấy. Ngọt ha. Đây, cao chút này, cao đây ha. Đây. Đúng rồi, ăn như vậy đúng rồi đấy. Ăn bí là tuyệt vời nhé Linh nhá. Ngon lắm rồi chưa?
Lily focused on eating her share, occasionally looking up at Dad with sparkling eyes, full of satisfaction and happiness.
Đây. Con cái tay này vào đây, cái tay vào đây. Để mà cắm giúp cho. Đúng rồi. Đây.
Later that morning, sunshine filled the room. But when Lily looked around, she found the house strangely empty. Guessing that Dad was working in the garden, she put on her hat and ran outside. From afar, she saw Dad working in the middle of the field. Aww. Under the harsh sun, seeing Dad toiling away and sweating made Lily's heart sink. She realized how hard he worked early in the morning to take care of the family. A thought flashed through the little monkey's mind. I have to do something to energize Dad. No sooner thought than done, Lily ran back home as fast as she could. As soon as she entered the kitchen, Lily spotted a plate of fresh carrots on the table. A bold idea struck her. She would bake a carrot sandwich herself. Even though she had never made this type of bread before, the image of Dad working hard gave her motivation. Lily started immediately. With her small hands, opening the packages of ingredients, sugar and yeast proved harder than she thought. Sometimes the flour packet slipped from her hands, but Lily didn't give up. She fumbled, but remained determined. When it came to mixing the dough, Lily suddenly remembered Dad's advice. Kneading is the most important step, my child. The dough needs to be stretchy for the bread to be delicious. Remembering his words, Lily put all her strength into her small hands. She pressed, rubbed, and kneaded thoroughly. Her face was beaded with sweat and covered in white flour, but her eyes shone with hope that the bread would be just as good as Dad's. After shaping the dough, Lily carefully put it in the oven and set the timer. She sat hugging her knees in front of the oven, nervously counting every minute passing by. While waiting, Lily rested her chin on her hand and thought, just bread and carrots seems a bit plain, doesn't it? She wanted the gift to be perfect. So, while the bread wasn't done yet, Lily sprinted to the grocery store nearby. When Lily returned, the oven went ding! Opening the door, a delicious aroma filled the kitchen. The bread was golden brown and piping hot. Lily happily pulled out her secret weapon she just bought, tasty sausages. She skillfully sliced the bread, added the sausages, and didn't forget to stuff it with plenty of carrots, the favorite dish of both father and daughter. And just like that, the Lily Special Carrot Sausage Bread was complete. Lily used both hands to carry the giant sandwich into a basket. Then struggled to carry it out to the field to find Dad. Dad was wiping his sweat when he saw his daughter running over with bread in her hands.
Cái gì cho ba đấy hả?
He was wide-eyed with
Ui
surprise.
trời,
Wow!
ui
Where
trời,
did you
vất vả
buy
đây.
this, Lily?
Đâu ba xem nào?
Lily shook her head vigorously and patted her
thơm phết
chest
nhỉ?
proudly to
Mua đâu
signal
đấy?
that she had
Ừ,
made
mua
it
điểm gì à?
herself.
Hả? Biết đâu mà mua hay vậy?
When he understood
này?
that his daughter
Cái
had
này,
spent the whole
Ừ.
morning making
Cái
lunch
này?
for him,
Cái
Dad
này phải
was
bóc ra
deeply
nha. Bóc
moved.
ra rồi cắt ra bỏ đi con ạ. Chứ vậy sao mà ăn được nha. Cái này vậy là không ăn được nha.
He gently
Đó,
took the
cà rốt
bread,
này.
helped
Cà rốt
Lily
con ăn
peel
đi.
the sausage wrapper,
Đúng
and
rồi.
tore the bread into smaller
Ừ, cà
pieces
rốt thì
so
nghĩ
they
nhiều
could
cà rốt
both
quá vậy.
eat easily.
Con ăn đi.
Biting into a piece of crispy bread that smelled of butter and tasted sweet like carrots, Dad nodded
Được
in
không? Ăn được không?
praise.
Ồ,
It's
ngon quá ha.
delicious, my daughter.
Ừ. Thêm này. Anh nhanh đi vào ha, không nắng quá nhé. Thử mấy cái này. Khô rồi đấy.
Dad didn't eat
Khô
alone.
rồi.
He broke
Không,
off
mua
a
thêm nước cái
large
này nha.
piece and gave it to Lily.
Hơi cứng ha. Nhưng mà ngon nhỉ. Cho nhiều cái này quá không khó ăn lắm nhé.
Amidst the cool breeze of the field, father and
Bánh mì
daughter
ngon á.
sat together, sharing a simple meal filled with love.
Dù sao cũng cảm ơn Ly nhé. Cảm ơn đi nha. Bay làm mà có cái ăn là hơi sướng à.
For Dad, that meal was
miếng thử
probably
nha.
the most delicious
Ăn
one
thêm
in
được
the
không?
world.
Bánh mì ngon đấy. Nhưng mà hơi khô tí nhá. Bánh mì phải thêm nước nha Ly. Được chưa? Ngon quá. Cái này đi về nhá. Hết chưa? Cái này vào. Con cầm này nhá. Đây thì cầm này, cầm đây. Đây đây đây. Đi về đi. Cái để đấy con, cái này để đây về mình ăn nhé.
After their short trip, the man returned home, looking quite tired. Lily watched her dad sleep soundly, then glanced at the door. A mischievous idea sparked in her mind. If he doesn't have the keys, he can't go anywhere else. With that thought, Lily gently climbed off the chair and tiptoed to the table. She carefully picked up the keychain and ran to a corner of the house. After looking around, she decided to hide her treasure inside the blue trash can. This way, Dad will stay home with me all day, she giggled to herself. Once her task was complete, Lily climbed back onto the bed, lay down next to her dad, and pretended she knew nothing.
Hi.
Lily, dậy rồi hả?
A while
Dậy
later,
rồi.
the man woke up.
Dậy sớm mày. Không ngủ tí nữa hả? Dậy sớm mày. Đói bụng chưa? Đi mua gì ăn đi ha? Đi. Đi mua gì ăn nhé. Dậy thôi ha. Dậy thôi. Bắt chân lại nhé. Chân của Ly lại nhé. Đi ra đây, đi ra đây. Đây vào. Rất lại nha, gọn gàng nào. Đi, đi đi. Đi này. Đi lên nhà này. Đi. Đây, ra đây ngồi này, các bạn này. Đây, 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 đây. Đây đi. Đi đâu đấy? Đi đâu đấy? Ly ở đây nhá. Ngồi đi chơi đi chưa? Ai đi chợ nhá. Ha? Thấy chưa? Để cất mũ cho Ly nhá. Thôi ngồi đây chơi đi ha. Ai đi tìm chìa khóa, ai đi chợ tí nhá. Cái chìa khóa để đây đâu đi nhỉ? Chìa khóa đâu đấy? Ủa? Cái chìa khóa bỏ lên bàn đâu rồi?
He looked around, then panicked when he couldn't find the keychain. He searched everywhere, on the table, under the chair, but it was nowhere to be found. He walked into the house and looked at Lily suspiciously. Lily, where are Dad's motorcycle keys? In response, she just shook her head with an innocent, blameless look. Just as he was getting flustered, his phone rang. The man answered it and stepped outside to talk.
Hello. Mẹ hả? Dạ. Dạ, dạ.
As soon as her dad was out of sight, Lily sprang into action. She rushed to the trash can and quickly pulled out the keychain. Lily ran up to him, holding up the keys as if in triumph.
Đi bà Ly.
Dad, I found them! The man was surprised, then overjoyed. He took the keys and affectionately patted his clever daughter's head, completely unaware that the hero who found the keys was also the culprit who had caused the whole incident.
Cho ăn bà hả Ly? Thôi bây giờ bà cho Ly đi cùng nhá. Bà cho Ly đi chơi với ba nhá. Đi mua đồ ăn nhá. Được không? Ly giỏi lắm. Đi, đi này, đi này. Đi lấy mũ nhé. Đi. Đó. Đây, mũ này, mũ đây Ly. Cái túi này này. Mũ. Đây, giỏi lắm. Cái túi này. Đúng rồi đấy. Rồi, ra xe, đi ra xe. Lên xe ngồi đi, lên trên ngồi. Nha, đi này. Ngồi đây con, ngồi đây. Rồi, đừng có làm. Rồi, cẩn thận nha, giữ chắc tay ha.
Afternoon, Lily was coming home from school. On the dirt path in the middle of a vast field, suddenly, Lily saw a tree laden with dark berries. So yummy, she thought, quickly climbing the tree. Her small fingers nimbly picked the berries and popped them into her mouth. Lily ate them deliciously, completely unaware that she was bringing trouble upon herself.
Oh my gosh!
After eating her fill, Lily skillfully climbed down and continued on her way home. Arriving at the gate, Lily went inside, carefully setting down her bag and taking off her hat. Suddenly, a sharp stomachache hit her. Ouch! My tummy hurts so much! Lily clutched her stomach, her face scrunched up in pain. She rushed straight to the bathroom. She hurriedly took off her clothes, throwing them into a basin. But frustratingly, the stubborn paper diaper was stuck fast, and she struggled but couldn't get it off. The pain grew worse, and Lily was on the verge of tears. In this moment of crisis, her only hope was her sleeping dad. Lily rushed out of the bathroom and climbed onto the bed. She gently crept closer and used her tiny fingers to poke him, trying to wake him up.
Dad.
Gì Ly? Trời ơi.
The man woke up to see his little daughter with a
Gì vậy?
tearful face, pointing at her diaper.
Chào. Trời, cái gì vậy con? Cái gì đây? Quần áo
He
đâu?
smiled, immediately understood the problem, and pulled her
cái
into a
hả?
hug.
Đi vệ sinh hả? Để xem nào. Ui, trời ơi. Đau bụng hay gì mà đi đầy đấy hả? Ăn gì đúng không? Ăn gì bậy bậy đúng không? Thôi đi rửa nhá.
He
Đi rửa đã nhá,
affectionately
rửa
soothed
nhá.
Lily and then carried her back to the bathroom.
Nha. Ghê quá ha. Đây, tôi đây này. Đây là tí tôi đi nhá. Túi nào xem nào. Đến đây. À.
He sat her on the toilet and gently helped her remove the troublesome diaper.
Ui trời ơi. Thôi đừng im nào, đừng im nào. Đây. Đừng im nào, để ý nào. Im nào.
Afterwards, he used the shower sprayer to wash her carefully
nha.
and gently.
Đi mày để cho Ly nha. Đi thúi nha. Chưa? Đi thúi nha. Đi thúi. Tắm luôn ha. Tắm không? Rồi, đi thúi xong rồi. Tay nào. Tay nào, tay nào. Tay túi nào. Đó, xong rồi. Rồi quá. Ui. Nào.
Ahem.
Alone in the kitchen while waiting for her dad to come home, Lily looked around curiously. Her eyes landed on a basket of pure white lotus seeds that her dad had placed on top of the refrigerator for safekeeping.
Oh.
With her mischievous nature, Lily decided to climb onto the table and try to reach the tall fridge to get a better look. She was only a little curious, but unfortunately, she knocked the whole basket of lotus seeds over. Clatter! The white lotus seeds rolled and scattered all over the kitchen floor. Lily was startled, looking in horror at the battlefield she had created. Knowing she had made a mistake, she didn't run away but immediately started to fix it. Lily patiently sat on the floor, picking up every single lotus seed one by one and carefully putting them back into the basket. Just then, the man came home from work and walked into the kitchen. He was surprised by the scene before
Đi làm gì
him.
đây?
His little daughter was busy
Đồ cái
cleaning
này.
up with a look of pure
Cái này ba
remorse
muốn
on
làm
her
với Ly ăn
face.
mà. Ba nấu đồ với Ly ăn đấy, nhớ chưa? Không muốn ăn hả? Không ăn này hả? Cái này ba mua làm với Ly ăn mà. Thôi nhặt vào đi. Cái này, nhặt vào đi con.
Seeing this, he didn't scold her, but simply smiled gently. He sat down on the floor and patiently helped his little daughter pick up every last seed.
Đây đúng này. Hết chưa? Hết chưa? Xem một rớt đâu nào? Kìa. Kia còn cái nữa kìa. Kìa. Đấy đấy đấy, đúng rồi. Vào đây.
The scene of the dad and daughter cleaning up Lily's incident together was incredibly warm and
Bê
lovely.
đi ba nào. Bê. Đi nào. Ba làm Ly ăn nhé. Rồi vào đây. Rồi, bỏ xuống đi, bỏ xuống. Đây ba nào. Vào lên đây. Đây, vào đây.
Lily, wearing a clean white shirt and bright red pants, was taking a walk all by herself on the soft green grass near a shiny lake. Her eyes were wide with curiosity as she looked at everything around her. In an empty part of the garden, she saw a big, round pumpkin. Lily was fascinated. It was like she had found a treasure. She used all her strength to try and lift it, but her little hands weren't strong enough. Not giving up, she started to push the heavy pumpkin along a dirt path. But uh-oh, there was a hole in the path, and the pumpkin rolled right in. Lily wanted her treasure back, so she bravely jumped into the hole after it. But now, she had a new problem. She tried to push the pumpkin out of the hole, but it wouldn't budge. You could see the confusion on her little face. She tried over and over, hoping she could get her prize out. Feeling frustrated, the little monkey just stood there, not sure what to do next. But Lily was a smart little monkey and knew she couldn't do it alone. She needed help. She quickly climbed out of the hole and went to find her dad. She found him at the goat pen, busy feeding the goats. Lily walked right up to him and gently pulled on his shirt. Her eyes had a look that said, "Dad, I need your help."
Kéo ba đi đâu Ly? Hả? Thôi đi nào, đâu đi đâu? Đi đâu bà chân đi ra bên ta đi này nào.
Her dad understood right away, stopped what he was doing, and followed her.
Đi dẫn đường đi. Đi đi. Dẫn đường đi con. Ly đi đâu đây? Đi chậm chậm thôi, chờ bố đi với nào.
Lily led her dad to the hole where the pumpkin was still stuck.
Con không lên được cái này hả? Có 2 bí lên không được hả? Hóa ra là Ly làm rơi bí trên đây đúng không? Cần ba giúp đúng không? Hả? Không lấy lên được à? Có thử lấy cho nào. Đúng rồi, không lấy lên được nè. Và ba đây giúp đúng không? Ly giỏi quá. Phải biết kêu người đi giúp nhá. Lúc nào mà khó khăn quá thì kêu giúp đi chưa? Nhá.
Her dad watched her try one more time. Then he smiled, gently bent down, and helped her pull the pumpkin out.
Nặng quá thì gọi ba nhá. Bí ngon nữa nhá.
Lily's face lit up with happiness and relief. She jumped up and down, cheering next to her dad. They both looked at the pumpkin, sharing a sweet, happy moment between them.
Được không? Đi nào. Đi này. Đây.
After her dad helped with the pumpkin, Lily's adventure wasn't over. She zipped up a guava tree, jumping from branch to branch like a pro. Her eyes lit up when she saw a fresh green guava. After a few tries, she finally picked it. She sat proudly on the branch, munching on the sweet and crispy fruit she had worked so hard to get.
Hả?
Meanwhile, inside the quiet house, Lily's dad was still fast asleep because he had worked late the night before. After her garden adventure, the little monkey ran inside and saw her dad sleeping. She had a mischievous idea. It was time to wake him up. She gently pulled the pink blanket off of him. When that didn't work, she climbed onto the bed and tried to shake his leg, even pulling the blanket all the way onto the floor. When nothing else worked, she climbed on top of him, gently patting his head and playfully trying to open his eyes. She even tried rubbing his feet, but it seemed nothing could wake him up. She even tried massaging his legs, then climbed up to the headboard to continue her wake-up attempt. It seemed nothing could disturb her dad's sleep.
Dad.
Suddenly, a brilliant idea popped into her head. She ran outside, grabbed a pink radio, carefully placed it on the bed, and turned the music on full blast right next to her dad's ear. The fun, lively sound filled the quiet space, with the strong hope that it would awaken her sleeping father. But no matter how loud the music was, her dad didn't wake up.
Ly ơi, Ly. Trời ơi. Gì vậy? Gì đấy Ly?
Seemingly tired from her relentless efforts, Lily finally gave up. The little monkey snuggled into her dad's warm embrace, seeking comfort and peace. A feeling of love spread over her, and the little monkey slowly drifted off to sleep, perhaps dreaming of fun adventures with her beloved dad. The next morning, the little monkey woke up and went to her favorite yellow beanbag chair. She pulled it over to the door and sat, looking outside, excited for the new day to start with her dad.
Oh yeah.
A little while later, her dad came out holding a helmet. He said he had to go out. Hearing this, Lily's little heart sank. She ran to him and hugged his leg tightly, her eyes filled with tears. She didn't want him to go. Her dad smiled, bent down to pat her head, and gently told her to be a good girl while he was gone. When the door closed, Lily felt so empty. She watched him leave through the window with a sad face. She ran after him, trying to stop him, but he was already on his motorcycle.
Đi về. Đi đấy. Nha Ly. Đi vô đi con, đi vô đi. Đi vô đi. Vô trong nhà đi, vô trong nhà đi. Sao?
Feeling upset, Lily plopped down on the steps and pouted.
Đi vô nhà đi con, xong ngồi đấy. Con đi mà. Hả? Con đi hả? Sao Ly? Vô nhà đi, vô nhà đi. Sao? Gì vậy? Đi Ly. Đi à? Đi đây.
Dad.
Đi vô nhà đi con, xong ngồi đấy. Con đi mà. Hả? Con đi hả? Vô nhà đi con.
Just as the motorcycle was about to go, Lily made a quick decision. She leaped onto the back seat, determined not to let her dad go alone.
Đi hả?
Her dad was
Bà
surprised.
lấy mũ đi, đi bà lấy mũ đi. Đi bà lấy mũ đi, rồi đi đã.
He turned around and saw the determined, loving look in Lily's eyes, and his heart melted. He gave in.
Vô nhà lấy mũ đi.
Okay, he
Vô nhà lấy
smiled.
mũ đi, lấy mũ đi.
If you want to come, go inside and get your helmet. Just like that, Lily's sadness disappeared and was replaced with pure joy. She ran into the house like a lightning bolt, climbed the shoe cabinet to grab her favorite blue helmet, and ran back out, proudly handing it to her dad.
Rồi, trở lên đây nè. Rồi, trở lên. Đây, 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 đây. Đây đi. Đây, đây, đây. Đây, đây.
He smiled and sat her safely in front of him on the bike, and off they went together, starting a new adventure full of smiles.
Beep, beep.
After the fun trip to the market, it seemed another change was coming. The dad started packing, putting clothes into a red suitcase. Lily watched curiously from the doorway, her clear eyes filled with worry, sensing that something wasn't right. When she saw her dad wasn't looking, Lily secretly carried out her little plan. She thought that if her dad's clothes weren't in the suitcase, he wouldn't be able to leave. So the little monkey quickly took the clothes her dad had neatly packed, trotted over to the closet, and secretly put them back inside.
Great job. Oh my gosh.
Ủa? Vali đóng nè. Có đồ mình đâu? Ủa trời, sao nằm đây? Hả? Kìa. Sao đồ nằm ở đây thế nhỉ? Mình lấy hết ra đây rồi mà. Kỳ ta. Hay là Lily bỏ ta?
After he finished preparing, the dad picked up the suitcase and left the room, leaving Lily alone.
Chào Ly nhé.
Her little plan had failed. The little monkey rushed after him, clinging to the suitcase as if it were her last hope.
Ly ở nhà ngoan nhé, nghe chưa? Lát gì lên chơi với Ly nhé. Không? Ly ngoan nhé, nghe chưa?
Her dad stopped, bent down to hug and kiss her, and promised he would be back soon.
Ta đi 1-2 hôm mà về nhé. Thấy chưa? Hãy làm nhé. Đi ở nhà đừng buồn nhé, thấy chưa? Thế mua sữa cho Ly nhé. Sữa chua nhé, được không? Ừ? Nhé. Nãy Ly gất đổ ba đúng không? Ừ? Có phải không? Ừ? Ừ? Ly ngoan chưa? Ha? Nhé. Ly ở nhà ngoan nhé. Thấy chưa? Ha. Nhà đừng quậy nhé. Chưa? Nghe lời gì ha? Nhé. Sao? Sao? Sao Ly? Được không? Về mua sữa cho Ly nhé. Nhé. Ly ngoan nhé. Thấy chưa? Bà có điện thoại nhé. Bây giờ đang điện thoại.
Just then, his phone rang. He had to go back into the room to take an important call. Left alone, Lily could only sit silently beside the suitcase, her little heart heavy with sadness.
Dạ, vâng, em lên ngay nhá. Vâng, vâng, đang chuẩn bị đồ đây anh. Dạ. Đúng rồi. Xíu nữa qua đó. Dạ, đúng rồi.
Feeling lonely and lost, the little monkey quietly wandered off and disappeared from the house.
Ly ơi! Ly! Ly!
When the call ended, the dad came out but couldn't find Lily anywhere.
Đâu rồi?
Worry immediately appeared on his face.
Ly! Ly ơi, gì đang tới Ly Ly? Ly! Ly Ly! Ly! Ly ơi, gì đang tới kìa? Ly! Gì đang tới kìa con?
He searched all over the house, calling her name, but there was no answer.
Ly! Đâu hả? Ly ơi! Gì đang tới Ly ơi? Ly! Gì tới kìa? Gì tới chơi với Ly kìa? Ly ơi! Ly! Ly ơi! Đi đâu không biết? Ly ơi!
As it started to get dark, his anxiety grew.
Có phải con đây không? Lily.
Ồ. Trời ơi, Lily.
Lily.
Finally, he took a flashlight and went out to the backyard to a small wooden shed.
Lily. Sao đấy?
He opened the door and shone the light inside. A heart-wrenching sight met his eyes. Lily was curled up alone in a basket lined with straw, her eyes reflecting loneliness and fear in the beam of light.
Tối không về nhà ăn cơm hả? Về ăn cơm chứ. Qua đây nào, qua đây.
Her dad gently picked Lily up, held her close, and wrapped her in warmth and comfort.
Thấy chưa? Thích nằm đây à? Thích ở đây chơi hả? Đi chơi với cả hả? Đi về nhá. Nào đi về nào.
He carried her back to the room and opened the suitcase as if to prove he wasn't going anywhere anymore. He placed Lily inside the suitcase, where she had sat before, and gently patted her, helping her feel safe again in his loving arms.
Cắt đầu tủ nhá, được không? Cắt đầu tủ nhá. Rồi đến đây. Cắt đầu tủ nhá. Đó, cắt cái đi luôn nhá. Nhà với Ly ha. Đây ha. Rồi, nhà chơi với Ly nhé. Được không? Chơi với Ly nhé.
The next morning, the atmosphere in the house was warm and familiar again. Lily, in a new white and red outfit, was sitting obediently at her small study table. Meanwhile, her dad had gone out early. He went to a local market to buy fresh food, preparing a special meal for his little daughter.
Dad.
When she heard the familiar sound of her dad's motorcycle at the gate, Lily immediately abandoned her work. She ran to the door, her eyes sparkling with joy. The moment her dad walked in, Lily squealed with delight, curiously looking
Lên
into
bếp
the
làm đồ ăn
grocery
nhé.
bags he brought
Nhé,
home.
đi lên bếp làm đồ ăn nè. Đi nào. Lên đi con. Lên đây đi. Lên đây. Đây ngồi chờ bà tí nha. Ngồi đây chờ nhé. Đây ly này. Đẹp không? Sẽ có chuông đấy, đẹp không? Cắt cái này cho Ly ăn nhé. Thắp cái này cho Ly ăn nhé. Bây giờ Ly lấy cho ba cái rổ đi. Lấy cái
In
rổ.
the kitchen, Lily enthusiastically became a little sous chef.
Đây nhé.
She stood on a box, watching her dad's every move with
Cái này là
intense focus.
Còn cái kia mình hấp nhé.
When her dad started cutting a bright red bell pepper, Lily leaned in close.
Cẩn thận cái tay ha. Rồi, cái này lên đây. Chúc chặt ha. Cái này bỏ đi nha. Cái hạt này không ăn được ha. Thích kiểu nào? Các kiểu này nha. Được không? Con bỏ kia cho ba đi. Đúng rồi, cẩn thận đi.
Carefully picking
Đây,
up
đây.
each cut piece
Đúng
and
rồi.
putting it into a small,
Đây, đây, đây.
cute basket.
Giỏi lắm. Đây nữa đi. Đúng rồi. Đây. Đây nữa. Đây nữa. Cảm ơn nha. Bà thấy ngon nhá. Thích ăn lắm đúng không? Xong cái này để bà bỏ vào đây. Sơ sơ đi ha. Để bà bỏ cái rổ rác nha. Giỏi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đúng rồi.
Next came the potatoes and carrots, and she diligently continued her
Yeah,
task,
đây đi.
meticulously gathering
giỏi
every
quá.
piece of vegetable her dad carefully chopped,
Đây nữa Ly.
including the cute flower-shaped
Giúp luôn
pieces
đấy.
of
Rồi, cảm
carrot.
ơn nhé. Đây này. Đây nữa Ly. Đây nữa này. Đây nữa Ly. Đây nữa Ly. Đây nữa Ly. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly. Qua đây ngồi đi. Giỏi lắm. Giỏi quá. Từ từ để ba cắt nha. Cắt cho nó đẹp ha. Đây coi. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Đây coi. Đây nữa. Giỏi, đây nữa. Giỏi. Giờ mình lấy cà rốt nha. Cái này vào đây ha, vào đây này. Đó. Vào đây. Để tôi gọt sơ sơ cái vỏ này ăn cho nó ngon nhé Ly nhá. Tạo hình nha. Đấy. Rồi. Và lại hình đẹp đẹp xíu ha. Cho Ly ăn nhìn nó mát cả nhà. Đây. Đấy, đi bỏ kia đi. Rồi đó. Bỏ kia đi con. Bỏ kia đi con. Đó. Đây nữa này. Đấy. Đúng rồi. Rồi. Đó. Đúng rồi Ly. Bỏ vô đi. Rồi đó. Đây nè. Được rồi. Giờ đi rửa nhé, để rửa sạch nhé.
When everything was ready, Lily hugged her dad tightly as he carried the basket of vegetables to be washed under the tap.
Hey, cẩn thận nhé.
Back at the counter, her dad spread the colorful vegetables in front of Lily. While he prepared a hot pan, Lily couldn't wait and sneaked a piece of bell pepper to taste.
Ô Lily, Lily, lấy cho ba bơi con. Mở tủ lấy ba bơi nhé. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Đến đây ngồi nè. Trời, đi giỏi quá. Cảm ơn nha. Nó xào vào cho Ly một ít nha.
Finally, the meal was ready. Her dad carefully arranged the beautifully cut vegetables on a wooden plate.
Đi chào tí nha. Đây, một tí cà rốt nữa đây bên này nhé. Rồi. Đồ ăn của Ly tới đây.
And brought it to
Ừ, đúng
Lily's
rồi,
small
giỏi lắm.
table.
Kéo ghế đây gà. Rồi, thì ngoan nhá. Ha. Đây, của Ly đây.
He handed her a small fork.
À, không ăn đấy hả? Để con ăn này đi. Ăn này đi. Đây, ăn đi. Cắn cho cái này nó cứng ha.
After a few clumsy attempts, Lily successfully speared a flower-shaped piece of carrot. She ate it with relish, her face glowing with pride and satisfaction. She continued to enjoy the nutritious meal she had helped prepare, a meal filled with the love between a father and his daughter.
Đây, bắt đầu nữa là cái ly này. Đây. Đây này. Đây, nó thẳng nha. Ui, nó cứng quá à.